All right, guys, so Friday looks like a pretty nice surf day. Saturday, we're going to see those waves back off a little bit, but then on Sunday, we see a return of some northwest swell that makes Sunday a great surf day as well. So Friday and Sunday look like the best days for this weekend. Let's go ahead and look close to around Orange County. And this is Friday morning around 9 a.m. We're looking at 4-5 foot sized waves, so looking pretty good. South of LA, to be honest, even San Diego, you're looking at some pretty decent sized waves as well. Just to the north of San Diego, though, we could see a lull, so watch out for that. But all around areas south of Orange County look like they have anywhere between 4 and 4, possibly even 5 foot sized waves. So looking good Friday morning. We're going to see those waves back off, though, throughout the day. So they're gradually going to weaken as the Southern Hemisphere swell starts to back off. And we can see that as we go throughout the evening hours on Friday. Instead of 4 to 5 foot waves, we're looking at 3 to 4 foot waves. So again, those waves continue to back off throughout the day on Friday and really on the day on Saturday as well. So Saturday looks like our weakest day once again. 3 foot waves almost area wide, maybe even 2 foot waves in a couple spots. But thankfully, as we move throughout Saturday evening and into Sunday, we'll see that northwest ground swell start to move in, and that's why we see our waves increase in size once again on Sunday. So Sunday morning, 6 a.m., we're already looking at a couple spots that have 4 foot sized waves. So again, those waves continue to increase throughout the day on Sunday. That's going to make Sunday a pretty nice surf day south of Orange County. Let's go ahead and look closer to LA now. Let me zoom out here. So LA, you're going to want to avoid Long Beach, this south-facing beach right here, just because waves are going to remain pretty small all weekend. So Huntington Beach is probably going to be okay for this weekend. But as soon as you get up towards Long Beach, you'll probably want to avoid that area just because waves are going to be significantly smaller this weekend. But let's go ahead and look between Oxnard and Santa Monica, this beach right here. This is going to be another great spot to surf for this weekend. So this is Friday morning, 9 a.m. We're looking at 3 to 4 foot sized waves as we go throughout the day on Friday. Again, they're going to back off a little bit, but we still are looking at good waves. Averaging 3 foot. We could see a couple 4 foot spots, but all around these are going to be solid waves with good periods of around 15, 16 seconds. So great waves on Friday. They back off throughout the day. Saturday looks a little bit weaker. Again, still good quality waves though. Good periods. Nice clean waves. They're just going to be a little bit smaller, so 2 to 3 foot sized waves instead. But then as we go throughout the day on Sunday, we start to see that northwest swell begin to move in, and that's why we see those waves increase in size once again. So you can see here, we see a return of 4 foot sized waves coming in from the northwest. So once again, Friday and Sunday are looking like the best days to surf for this weekend. So as far as the winds go, we're going to see a similar pattern to what we've been seeing for the past couple of months, which is the morning's going to be fairly calm, but then we see an onshore breeze develop through the afternoon hours. So here we are Friday morning. This is right around 8 a.m. And if we look over Southern California, no one's really seeing any significant winds near shore. Offshore, it's a little bit breezy, but near shore, we're looking good area wide. And most of Friday is going to remain this way. It's not going to be too windy, but as we go throughout the evening hours, we see a slight onshore breeze develop. So that is something to keep in mind. It's generally going to be a little bit better to surf in the early afternoon as opposed to the late afternoon, just because of that onshore breeze that develops. So that's something to keep in mind for this weekend, especially as we get closer to nightfall. That's when we see those winds pick up to where they're going to be the strongest. But as we go throughout the nighttime, we see those winds die back down. And by Saturday morning, let me go back here. Saturday morning, we're looking at a return to calm conditions once again. Could even see an offshore breeze develop in a couple of spots. But for the most part, everyone's looking at calm conditions for your Saturday morning. Now, as we go throughout Saturday, it's going to be a similar story. So we're going to remain calm for the vast majority of the day until we get into the late afternoon. That's when we see an onshore breeze develop from the west. So that's something you want to keep in mind once again, especially up towards the north. That's where it seems to be a little bit stronger on Saturday. So maybe if you have the option between surfing to the north and to the south of LA, I would maybe consider doing the south just because those winds look a little bit weaker compared to the Santa Monica, Santa Barbara area. So for Sunday, again, not really a whole lot is going to change in terms of the winds. Their direction changes a little bit in the morning hours. But once again, speeds for the morning remain fairly calm. We're looking at speeds right around 5 miles per hour at the most. So those winds aren't going to be really too problematic, especially in the morning hours. Maybe a little bit stronger up to the north once again. So if you have the option between surfing to the north or south of LA, definitely the south for Sunday morning. Let's go ahead and look towards the evening though. And again, Sunday looks calm for the most part, but we do see an onshore breeze develop similar to Friday and Saturday. So that's something you want to keep in mind for sure. Again, speeds don't look to be as strong on Sunday, so that's good, but it is something you want to keep in mind. And definitely you do want to expect that onshore breeze to develop. The good news though is that our overall weather is going to be pretty nice. We're going to have really nice surf this weekend, so if you can, you definitely want to get out there, especially on Friday and on Sunday.